Hey guys, Cyrus here. 30-minute stretch routine. This is something that I personally do daily. Let's get straight into it. So we're starting off in a seated straddle. So all I want you to do is put your legs as wide as you can. Heels down on the floor. Start the timer. And then reaching forward, okay? Now when we start this stretch, it's the first stretch, so we're going to take it super chill. I'm not going to force anything. I'm just throwing my body weight forward, and I'm going to focus on my exhales. So you breathe in and long, slow exhale. Your body's going to actually release the muscles, and you're going to be able to stretch a little bit deeper on the exhales. So focus on the exhales. Put some nice yoga music on if you want, and just chill. We're going to do this first stretch for a total of 2 minutes. Okay, so coming up to the 1 minute mark, you can just release it off a little bit, take a deep breath, and go straight back in for another minute. Okay, so the focus area on this stretch is hamstrings, adductors, the lower back. Okay, so I definitely notice at this point I'm starting to open up a little bit, get a little bit further into it. We've got 30 seconds left of this stretch. So again, don't force it, just breathe on the exhale, try and go a little bit deeper, but your body will relax naturally into these stretches. Okay, so last 10 seconds. The next stretch, we're just going to come up, focus on one leg. So I'm going to go to my right leg first. I'm going to twist my upper body so my shoulder is pointing towards my foot, and I'm just going to bring my body down. And what I'm trying to do is grab my foot with my opposite hand. So it's my right foot, try and grab it with my left hand. Okay, and come into the stretch. The reason why we're not just going straight down like this, we're turning on the angle first, is because I want you to get your lower back in there as well. Okay, so this is my personal routine that I do every day. The lower back is definitely a focus point for me. I spend a good amount of time. Okay, I can feel it in the calves, I can feel it in the hamstrings, and I can feel it in the lower back. So I'm just grabbing my foot, pulling myself down. I'm going to do this one for 1 minute, so 15 seconds to go, and then we quite simply just switch legs. Again, breathing, relaxing, not forcing. That's the idea of these stretch routines. Okay, so that's 1 minute done on that leg. I'm going to bring it over to this leg. Same thing, so twist the shoulder to face the foot, come down, grab the foot with the opposite hand, and exhale and breathe. Thirty seconds to go. Super important, these stretch routines, guys. Okay, the training aspect is the fun part, but you need to make sure that you're resting, recovering and sleeping properly and getting your mobility work in. It's not so exciting, but super important. Okay, so that's a minute done. We're going to go back over to the right leg, and we're going to do one more. So 1 more minute each side on this stretch. This time, I'm going to focus on trying to get my chest a little bit lower towards my knee. So grabbing the foot, pulling yourself down. Again, not forcing it, just breathing and gradually, slowly but surely, getting a little bit deeper into that stretch. .30 seconds gone already. And last one on this stretch, I'm going to go back over to the left side. Again, grabbing the foot, pulling yourself down, trying to get that chest a little bit closer to the knee. And we're going to be here for 50 more seconds, and then we'll switch it up. Okay, 20 seconds to go. Okay, 5 seconds. 2, 1. I'm just going to pause the timer there while I explain this next stretch. So we're going to do a glute stretch. I'll go side on. So from your hands and your knees, I want you to bring your right leg through to start with. And what you're trying to do is make a 90-degree angle from the top of your leg to the bottom of the leg. Okay, so the knee, 90-degree angle. And I'm going to start, the first minute is going to be chest up. Okay, so keeping your chest up, keeping that 90 degree. Okay, that's not a perfect 90 degree. If you're not that flexible in the glutes and the lower back, you might find that your leg looks a little bit more like this than 90 degrees. That's absolutely fine. Don't force it. Just start where you're at and keep trying to progress. So I'm a little bit more flexible on this one, so I'm going to bring it out. Not quite 90 degrees, but I'm there. I like to hold my foot as well to stop it from moving. Just keep that chest up. Okay, 20 more seconds to go on this one. We're going to stay in this position. After 10 seconds, all I want you to do is move your chest closer to the floor. Okay, so just holding this last few seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1. Chest. Again, not forcing it, slowly but surely, trying to get the chest down to the floor. Okay, you can move both hands out on this one if you want. I like to just hold my foot in place. And coming down, hitting the stretch a little bit differently when you bring the chest down to the floor. Okay, awesome glute stretch, lower back. Okay, 30 more seconds to go. All we're going to do in 30 seconds time is I'm going to switch legs. So I'm going to come up, send my left leg through and get into that first high position pigeon stretch. Okay, last 10 seconds. Okay, amazing guys. Come out of that one nice and slowly. Okay, don't rush these stretches, don't rush these positions. Again, bringing that left leg through. Just going to do the other leg. Chest up and relax. So again, like I said guys, it's really important with stretching that you don't try and force it. You don't get more flexibility by forcing stretches. You get it by breathing, relaxing and letting time do its work. Okay, so chest up on this one. Twenty more seconds to go and then we're going to put the chest down to the floor again. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Again, I'm going to use my right hand to hold that left foot. I'm just going to bring my chest slowly towards the floor. 50 seconds to go, and then we're going to switch it up. 20 seconds to go, guys. Okay, 5 seconds. And slowly but surely come out of that stretch. Give it a little shake off. And then the next one we're going to do, nice and easy, we're going to attack the hips. So I'll show you from the side view. I'm going to put my left leg forward, right knee back, okay, and chest up on this one. Just relax your hands on that front leg if you want, shoulders back, and I'm just pushing my hips down towards the floor and forwards that way, okay? So we're going to do this one for 1 minute. I can think back over my career as a PT and all the training I've done, the different disciplines, CrossFit, powerlifting, weightlifting, bodybuilding, a lot of lifting weights, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Muay Thai, boxing, and the times where I didn't stretch, I got injured. The times that I spent 20-30 minutes a day just getting the work done, I've stayed injury free. So don't take these stretches for granted, guys. Try and, a little goes a long way, but these days this is the exact routine I do every single day, 7 days a week. Okay, so from here, guys, if your left leg's forward, I want you to touch the ground with your right hand. Take your left hand around, grab your right foot, okay, and then just lightly pull that foot in towards your glutes, okay. If you can't reach your foot for whatever reason, you're a little bit tight in this position, it's absolutely fine, just stay in the original stretch. Or you can do a standing quad stretch. Okay, so this is taking the pressure away from my hips a little bit and taking it into the quads at the front of the leg. Again, not forcing it, breathing, focusing on the exhale. 10 seconds to go, and then we're just going to switch legs, okay? Alright, I'm just going to switch sides for this one so you can see me do the stretch properly. So again, right leg forward, switching legs, pushing the hips, shoulders back, chest up, and moving the hips down towards the floor in this direction. So the theme with my stretch routine is always lower body first. I always do the most important aspects for me. Hamstrings, glutes, get super tight, so I want to really get them open. Hips first, and then move on to the rest of the body. Okay, 5 seconds. So right foot's forward, I'm going to put my left hand down to the floor. Take my right hand around to the back, lift up the back leg. Grab the foot, and again I'm just lightly pulling it in towards my glutes, twisting my body to the side as well. Great stretch, straight into the quads, the hip. Okay, we've got another 40 seconds here. The lovely sound of the birds in the background. We're outdoors today, making the most out of this great weather. 5 seconds to go, and then we're going to switch. Next stretch is one of my favorites. Okay, slowly come out of that one. Okay, what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to do a squat. Okay, and today we're going to do the squat for 1 minute. Okay, the squat is something that I recommend you definitely keeping your stretching routine, super important. So all I'm going to do is come out into a squat, feet slightly wider than the shoulders. I'm going to come down and push my elbows in to my knees, hands together, chest up. Okay, so I'm going as low as I can. I'll show you from the side. Just keep stretching. Elbows in, chest up. Getting your bum as low to the floor as possible. So I'm feeling this in the inner hips. This is a great stretch. If you've got tight hips, highly recommend doing 5 to 10 minutes in the squat position. Might sound like a lot, but everyone should be able to manage at least 5 minutes in the bottom of the squat. If you can't, it means that you need to work on it. Okay, that's a minute up. I'm just going to do a minute in the squat today. So second minute, kind of hitting the same muscles. Just going to go standing straddle, hands down to the floor. Again, just relaxing into this one. Don't push it. Don't put your legs out too far if you can't handle it. Just take it easy. You can always move your legs further apart when you get more flexible. So again, just breathe in, relaxing down. Okay, I like to have my hands like this. You can come in like this as well if you want. Bring your head down to the floor. Okay, 10 more seconds in this one, guys. Slowly come out of the stretch. Now we're going to move into the lower back. Okay, so on the floor, just going to use my timer here. What we're going to do is lie down flat, take your right leg up, take your left arm, grab your knee, and all you're going to do with your right hand is, keep your right shoulder solid on the floor. So start the timer, right shoulder and arm solid on the floor, left hand's going to grab the knee and bring it over. And then with my gaze, I'm looking towards my right hand, the shoulder that's on the floor. Okay, great lower back stretch. Really important not to force this one. Take it easy, and then with this left hand, push your knee closer towards the floor as you feel your lower back opening up a little bit more. Okay, we're going to hold this for 1 minute, and then we'll just simply switch sides. Super important spinal rotation stretch. Coming into up to the side of the back a little bit, hitting the glutes, hitting the lower back, mainly the lower back this one. Okay, and it is important that you keep your shoulder on the floor as well. Okay guys, that's a minute. I'm just going to turn around and let's do the other side. So again, this time left shoulder on the floor, left leg up, right hand, grab the knee, keeping that left shoulder on the floor, just rotating the lower body, and we're trying to bring this knee down to the floor. Again, not forcing it, take it easy. It's a great stretch, this one. Just exhaling nice and slowly. Letting that lower back, that whole area just open up. It's going to feel really good after this. Okay guys, so that'll be 60 seconds in this position. A few more seconds. Breathe and slowly but surely come out of it. Okay, so I'm going to do one more stretch for the hips, we'll do one more for the hamstrings, and then we'll start looking at doing some upper body as well. So this one, frog stretch, I'm going to put my knees out nice and wide. My toes are going to point out towards the sides. I'm going to come down onto my elbows, and then very slowly I'm pushing my hips back towards my feet. Very slowly on this one, guys. It does, if you've got not very flexible hips, this is going to drive your knees into the floor. So definitely recommend you put some padding underneath your knees if you're not used to this one, and just slightly push back. This is a deep inner hip stretch. You're going to feel it in the socket of the hip. Okay, 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Okay. The next stretch is another favorite of mine. All we're going to do is stand up, feet underneath the hips, and we're just going to let the upper body relax. Okay, so from here, you can just relax, or you can grab your toes, pull yourself down, or you can get your hands, come around your leg, and what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to pull my chest to my knees, but keeping the legs as straight as possible. So I'm going to lock it. I'm trying to pull my upper body down towards my knees. Okay, I'm actually going to do 90 seconds here. So we've got 40 seconds to go. Okay, last 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and slowly coming out of that one. Okay, so the next stretch. Now we're going to work a little bit more into the upper body. So, face down. I'm going to start with my left hand, left arm out to the side, and pushing my armpit into the floor on this one. And then I'm going to rotate my right leg over, so left arm, armpit, left arm is out to the side 90 degrees, right leg is just going to come over, and I'm going to use my right hand just to help push a little bit deeper into the stretch. Okay, so the target on this one, pecs, shoulders, biceps, forearm. Just hold this position. 25 seconds to go, and then we're going to mix it up. Okay, 10 seconds. Alrighty, switch legs, switch arms, sorry, so you can just switch facing the same way. I'm just going to turn around so I can see into the camera. So again, right arm out, left leg folds over the body, using my left hand to push deeper into the stretch, but not with force, relaxing into it. So I'm actively pushing my armpit into the floor here. It's a great upper body stretch. 10 seconds to go. Okay, slowly but surely come out of that one. Now we're going to get into the triceps. Okay, so we've done shoulders, biceps, pecs. We're going to do triceps. So I'm going to come into this position, keeping my hips quite above my knee and my elbows coming down to the floor. What I'm trying to do, to show you from this position, when you're in the stretch, is I'm trying to rotate my palm to face up. Okay, so I'm not facing down, I'm trying to face my palm up as much as possible, and then I'm pushing my upper body and my shoulders down to the floor, getting a nice stretch in the tricep. Okay, so let's get into it. Elbow on the floor, palm facing up, and just pushing my shoulders and my chest down to the floor. My hands just on the side of my head here, and I'm attempting to push it up towards the sky as much as possible. Great tricep stretch. So there's a lot of other tricep stretches you can do and that I do, but this one is purely for just no equipment, on the floor, and trust me, you are going to feel this one. Just keep trying to push that palm facing the ceiling, not the floor. It's going to want to fight against you. Okay, 10 more seconds. Alright, switch it up. Let's switch your arms. I'm going to do it from this angle so you can see a little bit differently this time. So hand, elbow on the floor, trying to get my palm to face the sky, and I'm just going to push my hips down towards the floor. Notice that my hand is trying to turn in, I'm trying to turn it out, palm facing the sky. Okay, you can use your head as well, just to get it in there, and make sure you've got that good positioning with the arm. Twenty more seconds. Okay, last 5. Slowly come out of that one, shake it out. Next one's going to be a shoulder stretch. Okay, for this one, I want you to point your fingers away from your body, big chest, and then push your hips forward. When you feel the stretch, just relax there. Make sure you keep your chest big, shoulder blades engaged. Okay, don't want to see any of this going on, that's a bad position. Big chest, fingers back. Okay, at this point, I can feel like the stretch is getting a little bit easy. So I'm just going to lift my hips up and shift them forward slightly, and that's just going to send me into it a little bit deeper. Okay, again, you've got to be super careful with this stretch. Okay, we're going to stay here a little bit longer. We've got 30 more seconds in this one. Okay, 10 more seconds. Okay, staying with the theme of shoulders, I'm going to come back into this position with my knees down, hips above the knees, hands forward, chest towards the floor, And what I'm trying to do in this one is get my chin down to the floor. Okay, we've got another 60 seconds in this stretch. Okay, so on this one, super important to keep your hips above your knees. Okay, last 15 seconds. Okay, and then slowly come out of that one, guys. Last part of this routine, 2 minutes left. We're just going to get into the neck and the traps a little bit. So I'm going to start with my left arm out to the side, and I'm going to gently turn my head. Okay, so this one we're getting into the scalenes and the traps a little bit. You can rotate your hands and look up, look down, and just play around with it where you feel it, you need it the most. Looking down is going to get more traps, looking up, more scalenes into the neck. Okay, and then once I've done 30 seconds, I'm just going to take my hand, I'm going to put my nose down towards the shoulder, I'm going to grab the back of my neck, and I'm going to try and pull my neck, pull my head off my shoulders. So I'm pulling this way. I'm going to feel that stretch here a little bit differently. Okay, now we're going to switch sides. So just shake that out a little bit. Right arm out to the side. Again, leaning the head over, getting into the neck, the traps. Okay guys, now we're going to go into the next one. So hand comes up, I'm going to look at the shoulder, I'm going to again look at pulling my head off my shoulders. Okay guys, now just come down there, shake it out with your neck. Amazing, well done. So that was 30 minutes. That was my personal stretch routine that I do every day. You know, it won't exactly be that exactly every single day, but that's generally the routine. Sometimes if I feel like I've got stiffer or tighter glutes or upper body or whatever it is, I'll spend a little bit more time on that. But generally, highly recommend every day you spend at least 20 to 30 minutes working on your mobility. It will really help you a lot. Thank you.